Hello, it's Jeannie. How are you? I hope you're doing very well. Today, and probably for a few videos coming up, I'm going to be sharing with you some things that I'm doing in the new year. I've said this before. I don't make a lot of New Year's resolutions, but I do reassess some of the goals, kind of where I'm heading, what I'm doing, what works, what doesn't work, and what I want to do better. And it isn't about doing this massive overhaul in my life, because that doesn't work. I've attempted that and it didn't last. It would work if it lasted, but I want to focus on feeling clearer. I want to focus on feeling stronger. I need to. That's kind of a need at my age. But doing it all in a way that fits into my life, I think that's where we will find some success. And so, I don't want to be extreme. I don't want it to be all or nothing, where if I jump into something, my whole life changes, and if I fail for a day, I quit. That doesn't work. So here are some things that I'm doing that I actually started doing, some of them before the new year. I started this actually the beginning of December. I'll show you. But one of the things that I'm doing in my everyday routine, something I've simplified, is brushing my teeth. Now, I already brushed my teeth. I brush my teeth at least 3 times a day, and floss, and use a water pick type thing too. For a long time, my old electric toothbrush was running low on the battery very often, so it was one more thing I had to pack, and it also cluttered up my smaller vanity area. And so that is one of the reasons I have switched to Suri. I want to show you this. Look how pretty. It has a slim aluminum body and a magnetic mirror mount, so it stays neatly on the mirror instead of taking up counter space. I love this pink color. And the battery lasts over a month before I recharge it in this wonderful case. So I don't have to constantly think about charging it, having the cords messing up my small area, and I only have one nearby outlet, and that typically I use for my blow dryer and my curling iron. It gives a powerful but gentle clean, and there is a pressure sensor that helps support healthier brushing, and it's dentist approved. The brush heads are plant-based, and Suri recycles them for free. I took the Suri toothbrush with me to Germany, and it made it easy in this sleek case. And this case also has a UV light, which keeps everything hygienic while I'm traveling. If you're interested, use my code for up to 30% off your Suri toothbrush. Pick out your color and you will see why I love this so much. So check them out, and thank you, Suri, for this amazing offer that you are giving to all of us. Okay, something else that I am implementing in my life, and this is actually kind of a big thing. I have entered into a triathlon. What? I hear you. Now, it's not the regular triathlon. You will never see me doing a regular triathlon. It is a modified triathlon that the gym at our club where we live is doing for the members of our community. And it includes the treadmill, the elliptical, and the rowing machine there at the club.
I have to add 112 miles on the bike as well.
And what they have done, they've set certain miles and time things on each machine that you do over a period between now and the end of March. So I looked at that and I thought, that's very doable. For instance, the treadmill is 26.2 miles, which is a marathon. And you can do that in as long time as it takes before the end of March. So I figure even if I walked 1 mile a day, that's 26 days. And I know I can do sometimes 2 or 3 on the treadmill, maybe even more. We'll see. As far as the rowing, I don't know. I've never rowed before, but I know it'll be good for my core and my arms. So we'll start off slow, see what the goal is and how I can accomplish that. But I think this is really doable. And the elliptical, that's the thing that does this. What I love about that is there's no impact. And so I have a bad right knee, so I can't run. I've had a lot of problems with my knee, my right knee, over the years, starting with a skiing accident where I tore my ACL, and I had surgery to replace the ACL. And then what? Horse accidents. A couple of times I was thrown, bucked off, and I landed on my knees. That was no fun. And then my meniscus started, it was very, very torn, and it started getting like gnarled up, and it created a big cyst, and I had to have surgery to clean that up, and then another surgery to remove more of the meniscus. And so it's plus regular arthritis. I'm kind of bone on bone. My orthopedist told me there is a new knee waiting for me when I'm ready to raise the white flag. I don't want to do that yet. I'm just holding off, and it's been about 4 years since I've had the go-ahead to get a new knee, but I just don't want to do it yet. I'm too busy. So anyway, I'm going to be in that triathlon. Mucho modified. Okay, something else I'm doing. I have joined our Tuesday Women's Ladies Golf League, and it's only 9 holes, and it's every Tuesday, and we play golf for 9 holes. I do have a handicap. It's not very good. I'm a 32 handicap. I'm looking to get into the 20s. That's my first goal. And from what I've heard, this is a fun group of women that go out and just try to have fun and improve a little bit, but there isn't pressure. So I'm excited about that. It's a perfect time here in Texas to be doing this because it's January now and we're coming into some great weather in terms of it's cool, and it can be cold, but warm up. The summer heat takes a toll on me. I'm not good at playing in super hot weather, so this is going to be really good, I think. So those are things that will help me stay active and healthy. And then another thing I'm doing, and I am not excited about this, but I know I need it. I'll show you. I'm making smoothies. I'm drinking on this in between, things I'm doing here in my studio. Look at this gross thing. But it tastes good. I am making smoothies every morning, and I am starting off the morning. Typically, I was not eating breakfast or anything until noon, and I found that I was getting a crash in the early afternoon. So about 8:30 in the morning, I'm doing these smoothies, and they include things like kale and spinach, which I am not eating. I am not getting the fruits and vegetables I need on a daily basis, enough to really be getting my vitamins. So kale, spinach, fruits like pineapple, strawberries, lots of blueberries for the antioxidants. Sometimes I swap it out for some other frozen fruits like tropical fruits, mango, mixed berries, things like that, banana. I've tried to put away my fear of bananas and carbs. I've always had a very kind of aversion to something sweet, too sweet. And so I'm just trying to think, okay, this is good for you. It has vitamins you need. Half a banana a day isn't going to be full of carbs. And so I'm putting banana in there as well. Also, some full fat, that Greek yogurt, 5% full fat. I use Faye. I'm not worried about needing to do low fat. The fats I do need. And a little bit of orange juice to thin it all out. And some coconut milk. And I just blend all that into, the blender. I make one for me, and I make one for Zane. So he benefits from my implementing this. And I started this in December because a couple of reasons why. I want to be healthier. I want to get more of my nutrition, my vitamins from actual foods. I've been taking a lot of vitamins, and I've probably been taking too much. And a lot of that is out of fear. Watching my mom, with dementia. Anything that I see online that says, hey, this is great for mental clarity and, dementia prevention, Alzheimer's prevention, I'm like on it. It's like, okay, I'm going to do this. So, in eating healthier, more healthily, and getting the vitamins I know that are good for me in my smoothie and in my foods and salads and vegetables, I'm thinking I can back off on some of these and maybe not be so paranoid about it. So, yeah, I'm just trying my best to avoid that for the future. And I'm hoping that every 5 or 10 years that they make great headway in research in that area. So that's something I'm doing. So I start every day off with a smoothie, and then also lots of water. I'm drinking, they say you need to drink half your weight in ounces. And I haven't done the metric conversion, sorry. You will have to do that. So if you're 110 pounds, you have to drink, supposedly, your goal is 55 ounces of water. So this is 16. And so I'm really doing good. I may not hit 50. I'm doing maybe 3 or 4 of these a day at best. And so, I'm not going to be rigid and all or nothing. If I only do 2 of these, that's 32 ounces. I've done well, and if I do 4, that's 64. That's over what I need. So, and I love the water coming out of my Cove Pure. You don't think water has a flavor, but the problem is when you try other water, like back out of the sink or even out of the refrigerator, it tastes nasty. This just tastes pure. So, drinking lots of water throughout the day, not like guzzling it all at once. Okay. I'm doing some other things, not so much for my health, but for my mental clarity and working on it. And I think this is something that's ongoing, is decluttering. Because as soon as you declutter an area, it's great. It feels good. It looks good. Little by little, things start to come back, right? It's like they come in one thing at a time. And so it's going to be an ongoing process, and I'm okay with that. That's okay. But I don't want to get complacent about allowing clutter. My house isn't super cluttered, but I have areas that I don't feel good about, just because it's just too much stuff. Closets, certain closets upstairs, we've been in this house 2.5 years, and there are some things, some boxes that are in some closets that we haven't even unpacked. I don't even know what's in them. Can't be that important. And so, little by little, I'm going to get to those things. But I'm not going to make myself stressed out about it. Everything I'm implementing, I want to be easy and gentle and doable. And that's why even doing that triathlon, I think, it's spread out. It's spread out. It's doable. And it is, and I can go down to that gym, and I can walk, by the way. I can walk there. Or I can use the golf cart or ride my bike. I can do it anytime I want. It isn't you must show up between 7 and 8 or this or that. You just log and take pictures of your progress and turn it in. So, and the golf should be fun. It's something I've wanted to do since we've been here. And so I don't want to call all that New Year's resolution stuff. I'm just going to say I'm getting healthier, clearer, more active, healthier, less clutter in my space. I love this Suri toothbrush. I truly love it. So thank you to Suri for providing this for me and for all of us. So tell me in the comments what you may be implementing. I don't want to say tell me your resolutions. Just tell me a direction you are or want to head toward in this 2026 new year. Okay? Thank you for being here. You all are part of what inspire me as well, and I'm very grateful for you. So I'm going to sign off for now, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye for now.